All right, so in this video, I'm just going to go over data frames. Specifically, we're going to be combining data frames. So I have 5 tables here. So yeah, I'll just get into it. So first, I loaded each of the tables as a data frame. And when you're loading the data frames, just make sure that you select the entire table so that after you select it, of course, the Excel function auto types in for you. Make sure you have this in square brackets at all, and then headers equals true, control enter. Okay, and that's all I did for all these here, except they're for the respective tables right here. Okay, so then each table shares some common headers that I want. For example, SKU number, master cartons on hand, total quantity on hand. But each table has kind of an off, weird column that we don't really care about. So like this one has UPC code, this one has aisle, and the other ones have their own kind of special ones. So I just wrote out here in regular Excel, this is not Python code, the column headers that I want to keep, and they're in the order that I want to display them on the concatenated table result. So we have concatenated table equals PD, which stands for PANDAS. That's a library that's imported into Python and Excel for us automatically. pd.concat, and then square brackets, and then we add with commas all the tables that we want to concatenate. And then of course we close with a parenthesis and press Control Enter. And we get our data frame, which looks like this. You'll see that all the weird columns like bin and room number all got on the right here. So when you concatenate data frames, all the data will be kept. For the tables that don't have these headers, you'll just get this not a number in their respective rows. NaN stands for not a number. So we have this table now that has a bunch of, it's all concatenated, but it has a bunch of extra headers. So the way that we only show the headers that we want is we reference our concatenated table variable that we made in the previous step, and then we use square brackets and pass in the list of column names. So equals concatenated table, and then we want square bracket and square bracket again, and then we just click on each of these. Then we close a square bracket 1, close square bracket 2, press Control Enter, and we get our data frame. So now we have in our procedure, we don't have those extra columns anymore. Okay, so now we have a data frame that looks like this in Excel. So it's gonna have this unlabeled column here. And if you're wondering what that is, it's called the index column. And every time you create a data frame, PANDAS adds one of these index columns. It's kind of like column headers, but it's like a row label or row header, if you want to say that. So the way we get rid of these, because usually we don't want that when we're working in Excel, is you just add reset index drop equals true to the data you're working with. So if I reference that cell equals py tab, enter, right click, Python output, Excel values. And boom, there is all the data we want. We have only the column headers that we specified, and we do not have the index column. And then just as a little bonus, this advanced concatenate function that I'm going to include in the download file on my Dropbox that I'll leave a link in the description for. This is just a function that automates the whole concatenation of tables process. Basically has two types of inputs, data frames and column headers. And the way it works is you just type in equals py tab, and it's called concatenate tables vertically. And all you have to do is highlight the data frames, making sure that headers equals true is not in there because we don't have headers. And then same with here. If it adds headers equals true, just delete it. It won't work with headers equals true. And it also doesn't matter which order you select data frames or the column headers, or if your headers are scattered like this within the custom function, it'll figure out that all your strings are column headers and all your data frames are the tables, and do all the magic, and we get our data frame. And if we do the Python output as Excel values, it will not have the index. Anyways, that's just a little bonus, and thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and if you want me to cover any specific topic, let me know in the comments.